Are you familiar with the process of creating this enchanting fairy-like flower within Blender? To begin, we shall craft the outermost layer of the flower. Add thickness and subdivisions to the flower, move it aside first, and then proceed to create the second layer of petals. Make its shape different from the outermost layer. You can add details to the petals according to your needs. Similarly, add the solidify and subdivision surface modifiers, then proceed to create the innermost petals. The procedure remains consistent with the previous steps. Simply modify the shape slightly to create a distinction. Similarly, add the solidify and subdivision surface modifiers, select the three models, and right-click to run the smooth shading command. Add the modifier, move the outermost petal to the origin of the coordinate axis, and adjust the shape appropriately. Copy the petal and rotate it 60 degrees, then use Shift+2 to continue copying, and this way we get a complete flower. Adjust the position of individual petals appropriately to avoid model overlap. Next, we will perform the same operation, copying and adjusting the position of the petals on the second layer and the innermost layer one by one. Adjust the details of the model. Shift+A, add a single vertex to create the stamen part. Using the same operation, let's create different shapes and adjust their positions to make them appear more random. Select the three models, press Ctrl+J to join the objects, and right-click to convert the model to a curve. In the Curve panel, adjust the depth value to enhance the details of the stamens and create the shape of the stigma. Select the top circle of points, press the F key to fill, and add surface subdivision. Duplicate the finalized stamens and modify their form to introduce a greater degree of randomness. Establish a new camera and adjust the rendering perspective. Alter the configuration of the flower, transition the renderer to cycles, and meticulously refine the rendering parameters. Next, let's proceed to apply materials to the model. Initially, incorporate a gradient node into the stamen section. Adjust the gradient position by utilizing the black and white slider. Integrate mix and glow nodes and link the gradient coefficient to both the glow node and the principal shader accordingly. Enhance the intensity of the glow effect. Modify the base color, elevate the transmission value, and fine-tune the range and intensity of the gradient. Choose the remaining stamens, press Ctrl+L to link the material, and generate a new material for the second layer to alter the base color. Increase the roughness and transmission values. Set the refractive index to 1.1 and link the other two models with the same material. Then, using the same method, add material to the second and outermost petal layers sequentially. For the outermost petals, we need to apply the Solidify modifier in Edit mode and assign the glowing material to the outermost edge separately. Right-click to associate object data with the outermost petals. Create a new plane to serve as the ground. Add material and set the color to dark blue. Create a new light and place it in the center of the flower. Adjust the position, intensity, and color of the light. Copy the light and move it to the lower left corner, increasing its intensity. Adjust the color and position according to the display. Keep duplicating the lights, position them at the back right, and switch the color to blue for a warm, cool contrast in the scene. Create a new area light to serve as a top light, adjusting its size and intensity. Adjust values based on the visual effect. Make appropriate adjustments to individual parameters. Create a new pure axis property panel and increase the display size. Create a new lip axis, adjust the position, and press Ctrl+P to form the abs. Apply keyframing to the C-axis value of the larger lip axis. Select a petal and add a displacement effector. Set the direction of the C-axis intensity to 0.5. Create a new canvas and change the cloud size to 2. Change the coordinates to the object and select a small pure axis for the object. Let's check the effect. The psychedelic texture is a bit small, so increase the size of the texture map. Select all the remaining models and copy them to the selected item. Let's check the overall animation effect. There's an issue with the flower stamen's animation. Change the displacement direction to X, then adjust the remaining stamen's direction accordingly. Next, create a new plane and add a particle system to make small particles around the petals. You can adjust the specific parameters based on the visual effect. Make a new material for the particles, then tweak the color and intensity. Let's modify the form of the petals and proceed to render in order to observe the effect. We're missing a glow effect, so click on the composition panel and check the option to use nodes to add a glow node. Change streaks to misty glow and adjust size values. I increased the light intensity on the stamen and incorporated a line to the center of the outer petals to enhance the details. Just check the output settings one last time, and you can render the animation. Have you learned it? Follow me and I'll teach you more about Blender.